Just a quick heads up. A piece of code I use in a lot of my older videos recently started breaking for many of you. It's a simple one-liner that pulled S&P 500 tickers from Wikipedia. It worked for years and now it suddenly doesn't. So over the last weeks my inbox was exploding with messages saying, "Hey, that Wikipedia ticker code stopped working, fix it now." So I tried it myself and yes, it's broken now. So in this short video, I'll show you exactly what fails, why it fails, and the clean fix you should use going forward. Hopefully, avoiding you some headaches. So let's jump into it. This one-liner, or to be fair, two-liner, used to pull the S&P 500 tickers straight from the Wikipedia page. Simple, elegant, zero setup. Today, in many environments, including mine as you see, it fails. You will often see a pandas warning. We'll deal with that in a moment, but that's not the real issue. The real issue is here. We're getting an HTTP error. So if you scroll all the way down the error message, you are getting a 403 HTTP error. That's Wikipedia telling your Python script, I'm not giving you this web page. The data is still publicly visible in your browser, but the normal web page endpoint is now restricted for automated requests. Don't ask me why that is. Wikipedia made this decision. I know this is annoying. This is also annoying for me, but the good news is it's fixable. So let's scroll down to the actual working API call. So what is this code block doing, which is actually solving the problem? Instead of scraping the web page, we are just switching to Wikipedia's official MediaWiki API. This is this API link. This endpoint is actually built for programmatic access. And this needs a dictionary of parameters. I'm just quickly going through it, what they mean. So action pass tells the API to render the page content. Page is just the page you want to scrape. So in this case, the S&P 500 article. Prop text is just requesting only the rendered HTML, and format JSON is pretty obvious, it just returns everything as a JSON object. The header is super important in the API call because this is just telling Wikipedia that you are interacting as a user agent named S&P 500 ticker tutorial in this case. So with that, Wikipedia will accept the request. Now, the response just contains the rendered HTML inside the JSON. So I'm just transforming that or processing that. And then we extract that HTML and pass it to pandas. One small but important detail. You see I'm using string IO here. So I've imported that at the top of the script, as you see here. So this comes standard with a standard Python distribution, so don't worry about installing it. So why that? Why am I doing that? Because recent versions of pandas no longer accept raw HTML strings directly in read HTML. So we are just wrapping the HTML in a string IO object, and with that get rid of this annoying pandas warning, or in the future not working pandas code. Now that's it. So clean, reliable S&P 500 tickers again, using an official API without scraping and without random breakage. So let me just execute that live for you so you see a proof that this is working. So if I'm pulling the tickers now, we're just getting conveniently all tickers, which are at the moment 503, accounting for duplicate stocks. So for instance, Alphabet having A and B stocks or whatsoever. So if your old Wikipedia ticker code suddenly stopped working, this is the fix.